All right. And I believe we are live. Welcome to the webinar, guys. My name is Ron Gielach. I'm excited to be here tonight. Go ahead and say hi, pop your name in the chat there on the right-hand side. If you have any questions during the webinar, feel free to ask there, and I'll do my best to answer them all at the end. Let's see who we got here pretty quick. Garrett, how's it going, man? Ronnie Green, I like the name. Brooke, Clive, Jeffrey, Jackson, my man, always showing up at webinars. Ryan, Roar, Timothy, Jessica, Julian, Judy. Wow, we got quite a crowd here. Awesome. Well, you guys, I appreciate you guys showing up. I did not promote this very long, very short notice, but tonight what we're going to be doing is diving into exactly, how I've been recruiting and what I've been doing to build my business using Facebook. Hey, good to see you, Jack. You guys are awesome. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Just bear with me 1 second. Hey, guys. Awesome to see everybody here. All right. Let me know when you can see my screen, if you can see this. This PowerPoint should be blue here. Awesome, there we go. Presenting to everyone. Thank you. Let's hop right in. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. My name is Ron Gielach III, and tonight I'm going to be sharing you a strategy that I've been doing for years. And regardless of what the economy has been doing, regardless of anything that's been going on, this strategy has continued to work time and time again in multiple companies, multiple niches. I've seen people win affiliate marketing contests doing what I'm going to be teaching you tonight, and I know because they beat me. And this is just something that's really changed my life and changed the way that me and my teams inside of network marketing really duplicate. I think you'll find that this is really simple and easy to do once we kind of remove the clutter and just show you the bare bones of it. So before I get started, I want to give you a quick story. For those of you that don't know me, it's awesome to meet you. My name is Ron Gielach. I reside currently in central New Jersey, where we've got an insane amount of snow right now. The other half of the year, I'm down in Southwest Florida. Just love being down there as well. But so what I do now is I'm a full-time professional network marketer, home business coach, and internet marketer. What I'm passionate about is sharing Jesus and helping other people succeed. But I have to tell you a quick story. This network marketing stuff and all these things are great. I just want to check, make sure you guys can see this. You guys can see it? Awesome. Okay. This network marketing stuff and all of this, pursuing success and everything is great. But what I found is that every time that I hit a new level, when, I did well in school or college, I was like vice president of a club. It wasn't enough. Then I went into real estate. I owned my own real estate company. And no matter how many houses we sold or how much money I was making, it never filled me up. Same thing with network marketing. I'd hit a rank. I'd be like, okay, awesome. I just won an insane incentive trip, but now what? And I kept feeling empty, left empty. And I actually turned into long story short, I turned into a drug addict. And I was actually using a lot of different drugs, and I was in a bad relationship that really, the combination of these things really sabotaged my life for a while and threw me off track. But, by the grace of God and finding out, what the Bible says and how much God loves me and what Jesus says about me is really what set me free from a life of defeat and drug addiction. And I'm thankful for that grace and that I'm still here. And now that I'm empowering other people to prosper. And I think the biggest thing you can take away from that real quick is that delay is not defeat. Okay. A lot of us have been beaten down, have gotten back up, and then are asking for more. So delay is not defeat. And if you're on this webinar tonight, I want you to know that you're in the right place at the right time, because I'm going to be sharing with you some concrete stuff that can absolutely transform your life and your business. So why listen to me? Besides me failing a tremendous amount of times and getting back up and climbing to the top again, like I keep doing that. Why listen? So since my past, these are some of my results that I've sponsored over 300 people personally from Facebook. I'm one of the master marketer team members with My Lead System Pro. I sit on their advisory board. In one of my primary companies, I've been in top 15 in volume. And just since December, I've had 4 team members become top 10 recruiters for the month in our company. So the strategy that they've been using, by the way, is what you're going to be learning tonight, just so you should know. And this strategy I've used personally in my previous company to recruit the #1 income earner in all of Canada. And he's still a good friend of mine, still builds with me now. And I met that guy on Facebook. But I think more importantly than this is I actually care about you. I actually care about changing your life and making an impact. You know, somebody said to me once, Ron, by you not succeeding, by you not becoming the best version of yourself, by not sharing what's important to you, what you're passionate about, who are you robbing? And that really sat with me. I said, who am I robbing? So right now, if I don't share what it is I know and what it is that is making me money, that's having people quit their jobs, that's having people spend more time with their family, or maybe just pay some freaking electrical bills, who knows? But by me not sharing that stuff, I'm not serving you. I'm not serving my purpose, my calling. And it's to empower people to prosper. I really, truly do care. And what fulfills me and what fills my tank is seeing you see results. I've already done this training. It's been out there on YouTube for several years. I think it's got about 100,000 views or something now. And I get messages still from it every day for years now. But I just wanted to cut this to do an update on what's working with me on Facebook. So you're going to be getting this firsthand. So who this is for network marketers. And I should say this, guys, I want to be conscious of your time as well. It's about 9:07 East Coast time. I'm going to do my best to be out of here before 10. I know you got, you want to be with your family and do some stuff before we head back to work tomorrow and whatnot. So who this is for is network marketers from beginners to veterans of 10 years plus who are actively prospecting and recruiting. People who are looking to decrease the number of no's that you're getting and while increasing the number of yeses and new reps that you're seeing in your business. So how you can help how you can help those who say no how you can earn an income from those who say no to your primary business. Sorry about that. And home business owners who want more signups and leads from the internet, especially Facebook and Instagram. All the stuff that I'm going to be teaching you will transfer over to Instagram, Google+, LinkedIn, or whatever other social networks you're on. What you're going to learn is exactly what to say to other network marketers to sponsor and recruit them. You're going to learn where to find more people to prospect, like where are the best fishing poles, where the good prospects hang out, how to help 90% of those who say no to your business opportunity. I'm going to show you something cool. What if every time you got a no, it was worth $100? Because that's something that is actually possible in my business. And I'm not here to sell you anything or anything like that. I don't have any, product or something. But I'm going to show you exactly how that works in my business and how you can prospect with a 1-2 punch. So even if somebody says no, you can still help them and you can still earn an income too. And I'll show you how to do that. So I have to give you a little bit of mindset for this training before we dive right in. This is really, really important. I need you to do me a favor and shut off Facebook, shut off any other windows, turn the TV off, put your phone on silent, lock it in the drawer, put your kids in the closet somewhere and tell them to be quiet. I'm joking, but you need to focus right now for a second and just realize that you truly are in the right place at the right time. This is not a cliche. I didn't have to do this training tonight, but the fact that you're on it, that you're on my list, that you saw one of my videos today, or you heard about this from a friend, that you're supposed to be here. Okay, and the stuff that I'm sharing with you tonight, you can absolutely change your life. You have everything that you need to succeed already inside of you, right? So part of this training is me pulling that greatness out of you a little bit and showing you a little bit of how-to info with what you already believe. You have, hopefully you have a company that you're passionate about. You have a reason why. You know why you want to do this, right? So I'm just going to be giving you a little how-to and a little why-to today. So also, I want you to stop looking externally for an answer. You know, I believe that God's deposited greatness inside of each and every one of us, that we have incredible gifts, talents, and perseverance to make it through just about anything. And that, you know, your easy button is, you know, not Facebook. Your easy button is not Instagram. It's not marketing online. It's not, you know, finding your next Ron Gilak, your Ray Higdon, your Jack Kelly, or whoever to go blow up your business, right? You have to believe that everything that you set your hand to shall prosper. Okay, that's a principle that I live my life by, is that everything I set my hand to is going to succeed. It will prosper. Okay, and why? Is not only because I'm not in this to make money. Money is a great byproduct, but I focus on serving and adding value to people. And if you do the same in your business, how can I serve someone? How can I help someone? What problems do they have that I have a solution to, right? That's a perfect equation, the perfect formula for a customer, a rep, a friend, any day, all day, right? So if you have came on this one webinar thinking that this is some kind of get rich quick thing, or this is your magical easy button that's going to, you know, save the world and allow you to fly around on a magic carpet, responding anyone at will with your magic wand on your carpet, this is not the training for you. And if you have that mentality, I want to just bring your attention to some red flags. Okay. If you've tried, you know, a bunch of other systems before and haven't seen results, haven't had things work for you in the past, and that's the energy that you keep carrying with you is your past and how things didn't work, or how your sponsor left you, or you've been abandoned, you're building your business all by yourself and you're in it by yourself. You know, I want you to kind of just check that thinking at the door tonight, because that's going to sabotage you. Okay. I want you to realize that everything is a process, and, you know, the good Lord takes us from glory to glory, from step to step. And I'm going to take you from beginning to end tonight. I'm not going to leave anything out. Okay. So some warnings, some pitfalls for you of self-sabotage. If you are saying any of these statements, this is a good indication that you really need to tune in right now, that you really need to pay attention, because I'm also not going to teach you how to recruit on Facebook. I'm going to teach you some mindset stuff that's going to change your life. Okay. So if you catch yourself saying at all during this webinar, oh, I know this already. You know, would he get to the point? Can he get to the training already? When am I going to make money? How am I going to make money? Right? All of these, listen to the energy. Listen to how it sounds when it comes out of my mouth. I'll give it a shot. I'll try it. I'll test it out. I'll dip my toes in. But if this doesn't work, then I'm just going to quit. I'm quitting. I'm going to go back to my job, you know? Or I feel overwhelmed. And this one is actually somewhat legitimate. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you know, a big common thing that happens in our industry is you're just subscribed to way too many people. Okay. You're getting 10,000 emails a day from this guru and that guru showing you what's right and what's wrong, and unsubscribe. Okay. Keep it simple. Just talk to people, show them the plan. Okay. The business is really, really simple. It's just show people the plan. And we overcomplicate it a tremendous amount with how-tos and what ifs and all that. So also, if you're saying someday, or if only, or, you know, when such and such happens, then I'll succeed. when I have, you know, another $2,000 a month coming in, then I'll be able to do what you do, Ron. You know, when the kids are out of college and I have more time, when my kids go to college, I'll have more time and then I'll succeed. All these things, these are procrastination of your own success and your own possibility of change, which you are robbing yourself if you're saying these kind of things. And then, of course, you know, anything of envy, comparison, and trying to figure out, well, how long did it take you to do this? Or how long is it going to take me to earn X, Y, Z dollars? You know, so realize that everyone's journey is different, right? That delay is not defeat. And that if you compare yourself to other people and your journey and your milestones versus other people's milestones, it's a recipe for depression or disaster or just negativity pretty much at all times. So let's go ahead and move in here. So let's go. We're going to jump right into the training here. Before I do, I just want to check in on you guys. How is this going? Is this getting good? Yes, Franklin, I am recording this. Absolutely. Awesome. Glad you're getting value from this. Awesome stuff. Okay. So expectations and your primary goal or focus. Okay. So if you're in network marketing, which I hope the majority of you are, let me see here. Hold on. I'm getting a message here. And primary. Can you guys see expectations and primary goal slide? Oh, you're good? Okay. Awesome. I got my buddy Jack who is texting me real time here. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate you. All right. Sorry about that. So expectations and your primary goal or focus is to sponsor someone in your MLM. Okay. It's sifting and sorting, right? So here's some numbers for you. Out of 100 people, about 70 will say no to you. About 30 will join. And out of that 30, about 20 of them will quit. All right. So out of that 30 that join, 20 of them will quit and 10 are going to stick around and be business builders with you. Okay. So while you're recruiting, while you're prospecting and doing all that, you're sifting and sorting and seeing who's interested, who's open, who do I even want to work with, right? It's sifting and sorting. Then once they get into your business, you're sifting and sorting again. Who's actually going to do the work? Who's going to watch the fast start training and then call me back so I know that I can work with them. Okay. So just because somebody has joined doesn't mean that they're going to be a business builder or you're going to be able to earn an income with them. Okay. It's the rule of 80-20. You're familiar with this in the real world and in business. I don't know why I said real world. We are in real world, but in business and all kinds of things, the 80-20 principle. And it's true in multi-level marketing too, is that your income, about 10 to 20% of your income is going to come from 80% of your team, and 80% of your income is going to come from a handful of guys, just a few dudes who really know how to build this thing. Okay, so keep this in mind as you're prospecting, and just realize that it truly is a numbers game. I've been doing this since 2009, and whatever company I have been in, these numbers pretty much work out the same so far. So, where to find the best prospects? This is where you want to start taking notes. Okay, so there's several places that I look for prospects now. Okay, Facebook graph search. I'll show you this in a moment, but this is probably the best tool that you have as a network marketer on Facebook, because you can really pinpoint people who are into the same kind of things as you and who live around you, and then you can talk to them, start up conversations with them, show them a presentation, etc. So Facebook groups. Okay, so remember those fishing holes that I was talking to you about? Where the best place to find some of those? Any Facebook group that is entrepreneurial, that is MLM, that is network marketing, success magazine, entrepreneurs, any personal development page. If you follow guys like Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Darren Hardy, all of these these kind of people are great groups to find people, because they're already positive, they're already in business, they already kind of get it, those kind of things. About live events. Okay, so right here in the chat, in this live event, this is a live event right now, this is a webinar, you can see other people's names and stuff as you comment in the chat and say like, oh, I know that person, or I can connect with them on Facebook later. A good chunk of you guys are from the Ron Gilak MLM Mastermind group. It's a private group that we have on Facebook where I put, you know, daily training in there, and we have mastermind talks. And we had a cool one today about, you know, how would you answer these objections? I think we did, I don't have time, I don't have money, and a couple other ones I can't remember, but it was great conversation, some good laughs in there as well. So live example. So let me show you exactly how I do this. And let me show you my screen here. Oops. Okay. Google Hangouts. Okay, cool. Present to everyone. Okay, cool. So right now you should be seeing my my personal Facebook page. So what I was talking to you before about was the Facebook search bar. You can go to it by just clicking this little hourglass thing, and this, I'm sorry, magnifying glass thing, and then you can search for like whatever you want. So I like talking to other network marketers. They just get it already. You know, they're just fun. They just speak the same language as me. And I encourage you to go after network marketers to connect with and network with as well, because they're already thinking the same kind of things that you are and have a reason why they want to do this, all that kind of thing. So I will do a search for people who live in New Jersey and like, what's a good network marketing page? And like Network Marketing Pro. Gotta love the Eric Worre, right? So let's do a search here. And by the way, this this doesn't work every time, but those are posts. So I'm gonna click on people, and I've done this search before, so it's probably gonna show me some existing people, but check it out. All these people, that's my boy Justice Egan, lives down the street from me actually. A few minutes away. So what I'll do is look at all these people who live in New Jersey who I'm already friends with. All right, so here's some that I'm not friends with. Okay, this guy Chris, you know, Gianna, Diane, all these people I'm not friends with that I could easily, you know, connect with. So here's what I'll do. I will I'm gonna add this guy Corey as a friend. I'm not friends with him, but I'll send him a message, and I'll just say something like, "Hey Corey, cool to meet you, man. I was searching Network Marketing Pro. Gotta love Eric Worre, and came across your page. Saw you're also in network marketing. You seem cool. Figured I'd friend you." What's going on? So pretty simple. Hey Corey, cool to meet you, man. I was searching for Network Marketing Pro. Gotta love Eric Worre, and I came across your page. Saw you're also in network marketing. You seem cool. Figured I'd friend you. Okay, cool. So it doesn't have to be just network marketing. Like I'm definitely gonna do this. I don't know. There's so many people here. So if somebody doesn't respond to your friend request after a while, you want to just delete those for whatever reason it will affect your Facebook thing. So I just kind of got lucky there, seeing that that guy did not accept my friend request. So you can do this. Look, there's an insane amount of people that all live in New Jersey that like Network Marketing Pro, a very popular page that I can connect with. I can build a local team right here in my backyard. I'm even recognizing some company names that they like and other things, and a lot of mutual friends. That's awesome. Great place to start. Mutual friends for sure. Okay, so it doesn't have to just be Network Marketing Pro. It can be anything that you're into. What do I like? I really like entrepreneurship. I like that kind of stuff. So like, yeah, let's just type entrepreneurship. Also like skateboarding and board sports and all those kind of things. So you can search for those kind of things too. So like if you're in a company that has to do with health and wellness, or like something like Motor Club America, like cars, or any of those like air filter companies, you can target people who like, fitness or bodybuilding or, whatever. If you're in, MCA, Motor Club America, you can, target people who like cars. I don't know, who like, what kind of cars? Yeah, sure, Ferraris. I don't know. I'm not really a car person, so I don't know too much about that. But whatever it is that you like, that you're passionate about, that is important to you and your brand, you can find. So people who like Ferrari, hey, interesting. This guy came up twice. So actually, I'm going to send him a message because he came up in my network marketing things too. Hey, Chris. This is, I'm just going to be real. This is kind of funny, but I did 2 different searches on Facebook, and you came up both times. I'm guessing because we have a lot of mutual friends, but yeah, you like network marketing and Ferraris. This is the subject of my search. So I'm just like being super real, being myself. Like, I'm not saying anything magical. I have no magic script, right? Like, you literally just saw my thought process in real time in front of you. Like, this guy, Chris, I did 2 searches while on this training, and this guy came up twice. So that's how you find people, using the search bar. The other thing I really like to do is I'll go in here, and what I was talking about doing is typing in groups like this. Look at that, Robert Kiyosaki Network Marketing, right? So boom, there's 5,000 something people in here. It's probably just turned into like one of those spam group things, but excuse me. Here's something interesting. In all of these groups, all of these network marketing groups, and like post your business opportunity and all that kind of stuff, what are they all filled with? All filled with people promoting their business opportunity. Here's my business opportunity. Another business op. Oh, what's that? A biz op. Sell candles. Another one. And another one. More candles. Yeah. Oh, look, cars. So you get the point. All of this stuff in here, it's spam. It's garbage. It might be great opportunities, don't misunderstand me, but how we're going about marketing it is not the best. So what you can do is, if you want to, you can approach some of these guys and say, this is what I used to do. I don't have to do this one because I have kind of an abundance of leads, but this is what you can do. Say, hey, Tracy, saw your post in a network marketing group. I have friends that market that way too for their home businesses. How has this tactic worked out for you? I'll say bye. Sometimes I just do BTW, but I'll do, by the way, great to meet you. And P.S. sent you a friend request. All right, so I'm done with this. I'm gonna hop off of Facebook here, but you get the idea. Like, I just connected or sent messages to like what, 3-4 people in a couple of minutes while we were doing this real time. So this is something that is pretty simple to do. It's not hard connecting with people and really doing things that way. It's just like, be real. How would you act if you went to a party, right? How would you connect with people? So let's hop back over to this this presentation right here. So those were some real-time online examples of what you can do to really build this thing on Facebook. So excuse me 1 second here. Get this back. Okay, so those are where you can find the best prospects and a little bit of what to say to them. How do you start conversations? How do you open up groups? That kind of thing. So here I will say I do have one big obvious promotion going right now. At the end of the month here, I am going to be opening up my group coaching program right now. This is going to be at a lower introductory price, as I've always done one-on-one coaching, which has been a little more high-end, high ticket. But if you are interested in that, you can simply go to rongilak.com/work-with-Ron. You can learn more about coaching and actually fill out an application. I'll actually give you a free coaching call directly on your business. Okay. So what to say to these people that you're sending friend requests to. We kind of did that a little bit already. I basically just go, hey, what's up, Steve? This is really awesome. I saw you're into motorcycles and, or I should say guitar, because I'm into guitar. So I saw you're into guitars and you live in the same area. Thought that was super cool. Just wanted to say what's up. How's it going, man? Are you really into guitars? Or if I'm into guitars, like I'll ask like a more another question that says that I can actually talk about, like, so are you really into guitars? Do you prefer Gibson or Taylor? Like I'll talk about different brands or things like that. Or if somebody's into real estate, you're into real estate, it's like, what markets are you buying and selling in? Or what do you think is going to happen in the economy for 2015 in the real estate market? Whatever it is that you're talking about. If you're a college student and you're into funny shows or whatever, or you're a church person like me and you're like talking about Jesus and God, that's always awesome to talk to you about as well. I wouldn't make it like a point to say I'm turning you into a Christian or whatever your faith is, though. That's not what I I make the goal out when I go connect with people. Okay, you just want to build rapport, build the relationship, and keep in mind, if you're meeting this person at a party, if you're at a buddy's house or something, how do you talk? How do you talk at a party? How do you carry on a basic conversation? Oftentimes when we get into network marketing, it's like we forgot how to talk to people all of a sudden, because now we have a chance to make money based on our contacts and our network. It's silly, but this is exactly the same as saying, hey, do you want to come see a movie? I heard the new Lord of the Rings movie was pretty good. Would you like to check that out? Sure. Or no. That's it. So don't have your mindset on some kind of system or business. Just connect and focus on the person. Like pretend that you're interviewing for a new friend, and that's going to work great. So how do you help the people that you're talking to? So I'm going to talk about two different audiences that are the real people that you should focus on, and where you're going to make your money as well. So people have two perceived pains. Rarely does somebody have both of these things, but that's what we're working towards. A lot of us do. But people have two perceived pains. One is time freedom. We want more time with our kids. We want more time with our spouse, less time at work, less time doing things that we don't like, right? Financial freedom. Too many people are living paycheck to paycheck. And at the end of the money, there's more month left over. And it's like, well, what do we do? Right? That is not a fun spot to be in. You know, there was a time in my family's life. I remember when I was little, we were selling our furniture so we could, you know, buy groceries that week. You know, and losing our house and all that kind of stuff. I lost a lot of stuff. But again, it's just stuff. But what we do want is financial freedom, to not have that stress to, you know, worry about, you know, if am I going to have enough money in my account to pay my bills? You know, if am I always going to be stuck here? You know, a lot of times we're crying out, we're praying for a breakthrough or something, and tonight you might get it. Okay. So the other audience is network marketers, and network marketers have two perceived pains. One is not enough leads. I need more leads. I need more people to talk to. Or two is I don't know what to say. I don't know how to close. You know, how do I build rapport? Like, how do I talk to people? Like, the communication thing goes out the window once we become a network marketer for some reason. But network marketers have two perceived pains. I will tell you an easy solution to both of these kind of things is mindset. The more powerful your mind is and how you're focusing on that, the easier other things are going to get. And you'll find that to be true as you develop that part of your life. So your business should solve problems, and how you can relate to people easily is doing this feel, felt, found method that you've heard. You may or may not have heard. It's like a sales 101 kind of thing. And I'll touch more about that as we go. So leads and what to say, right? So let's talk about network marketing, because I think these are the best prospects, MLM networkers, marketers. These are the best people to really go after. So here's what I say is, after I've started up a conversation and we're talking about this and that, you know, I'll say any of these things. You know, I'm really excited about sponsoring and recruiting in my business. Maybe I can help you out. What are you struggling with, or what's going on in your business? How are things going in your current company? You know, how many people have you sponsored this month? How is your team duplicating? All these kind of questions. I'm waiting for the person to tell me sincerely how they're doing. The answer that I hate getting is great. Everything's great. I go, okay, well, what does great mean? Oh, you know, it's just going really well. And then I'll ask these questions. Oh, okay. So how many people have you sponsored this month? How's your team duplicating? You know, when you ask for questions that require a number answer, it gets pretty real pretty quick. So this is a money-making question right here. What does your mentor or coach tell you to do or share with you to do? So many people, it's insane. I was just having a conversation with my buddy earlier, and he was telling me, he was expressing how so many people are starved for authentic leadership, that are starved for real mentoring and coaching. So if you're not getting one of these things, you don't have a good sponsor, a good upline, somebody that you know is doing this full time. You need to have as a contact in your business. Okay, you need to have someone that's mentoring you, coaching you, that kind of thing. Okay, I can't tell you how big that is, but chances are, if you don't have it, chances are high that somebody else doesn't have it too. Oftentimes, too often in our industry, it's the blind leading the blind. And I know, because me and my sponsor were blind at one point. Okay. Excuse me. So again, how is your upline supporting you? Are you seeing results with what you are doing? And if you get a negative response, these are opportunities that you can offer help and provide solutions. So we'll talk more about that in a minute, but I say things like, would you be open to a side project if it didn't interfere with, you know, XYZ or what you're currently doing? Or, you know, if somebody is happy with their company, they're not looking to switch, they love their sponsor, but they love the company, but they're not doing too well. I'll say, well, how are you doing with generating leads online for your, you know, Herbalife company or whatever, your juicy juice? Have you thought about marketing online? So that opens up the door for me to do something else I'll share with you. Pretty cool here. So Here's the script is, are you married to your current company, or are you open to looking at something else that doesn't have those same obstacles? If you're asking somebody, how many people did you sponsor this week? How many, how's your team duplicating this month? And you get negative answers. You do feel felt found. Like, I understand how you feel. I felt that way too, and my team wasn't growing. But what I found is, once plugging into a great system, once plugging into something that's duplicatable, I found that I can really build my business strong. I'm really thankful. So, are you open to a side project that doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing, or would you be open to looking at something new that doesn't have those same obstacles? Or do you know how to drive deep in your organization? I would not say that last one unless you yourself, know how to do tap rooting and do that. So, someone's happy with their current company. They got a great sponsor. They don't want to change. You can transition to helping them in their current company by, now this is really cool. Pay attention, perk up right here. This is how you're going to help people who say no and earn an income. This is what I've been doing for years, and I've developed a lot of great friendships, a lot of good team members, and a great income doing this as well. You don't have to use the tools that I use. You don't have to see, oh, sorry, getting a little delay here on the webinar. So you don't have to use the same tools I do, but you can work. This can work for you. So, two options. One is you share value, share training, blog posts, video, anything that's going to help them out. Or, so you can share it with, some of my videos if you like, or Eric Worre's, or, anybody that's helping them, that's going to help them with their problem, their issue. Okay. Or you can share a resource like My Lead System Pro. If you want some information on that, you can go to rongielach.com/mastery. Okay. Well, My Lead System Pro is just a marketing system. It's actually the #1 marketing system for home business entrepreneurs. Helps you learn how to recruit, prospect, generate leads online, do webinars like this. Pretty much anything you want to do to build your business, they teach it. And I've been a member of theirs since 2009 and now sit on their advisory board. Very thankful. So if it's not a fit for them, this is another thing you can say. So, hey, I just started marketing online. And this is what you can say if you're new to marketing online is, I just started marketing online. So I can build a bit faster and easier. But one thing I learned is the difference between time freedom and financial freedom. Okay. Talking to a lot of people works, but I can only go so fast. So if I leverage myself and time, I can use the internet to get more leads and signups into my, whatever your company is, into my business without me having to personally prospect every person. I'm actually super excited about this new strategy. And in fact, I'm already generating leads, or I'm learning how to generate leads. So the basic premise of this is like, a long feel felt found thing. Like, I just started marketing online so I can build faster and easier. Every network marketer wants faster and easier. They can relate like that. One thing I learned is the difference between time freedom and financial freedom. Boom, you're adding value. Talking to a lot of people works, but I can only go so fast. That's something that we feel. And then jump down. So I'm super excited about my new strategy. In fact, I've already started getting leads. In fact, I found that I can already get leads. In fact, I'm learning how to generate leads. So same kind of principle, just a little bit different here. I would encourage you to grab a screenshot of this. You can press like Shift Command 4 on a Mac. I'm not sure what it is on a PC, but this is a good one for you. Okay, so more what to say. So a person, when I say that this last statement here, a person will usually ask me like, you know, hey, well, how do you do that kind of stuff? Or, you know, how can I learn that? You know, and I'll share a resource, I'll share MLSP, I'll share something with them. So, you know, if they don't, they just seem interested or whatever, I'll just say, hey, you know, just throwing it out there. Do you want some trainings or videos on what I'm learning to build my business? I'll be happy to share with you. You seem pretty cool, right? Um, and what I'll do is I'll share one of my blog posts or a piece of content, something from Eric Worre or my buddy Ray Higdon here in the picture. That guy's been my coach and mentor for years. I'm very thankful for that and his help for sure. So why share my Lead System Pro? Why share this tool? What is it? What am I talking about? And I'll make this kind of brief. So like I said, MLSP is just a system for network marketers. It's just a tool that I use that actually a lot of you guys on this webinar use. And some people don't want to share this information, the value of this system, because they're afraid of competition. But you're really not. What you want to do is adopt the thinking of the abundance mentality that, you know, God has empowered you to prosper, that you are attracting these kind of things to yourself. You're based on your thinking and what you believe. Okay. And answer this: are you more effective with marketing tools and systems and that kind of thing than you are without it? Why is it that companies like Amazon, eBay, Walmart, you know, all these big things, these big companies are not, you know, all doing network marketing? It's because these systems, these marketing things that they're doing works. You know, it just works, man. So the same thing with your network marketing business too, is that it can work perfectly. Okay, the use of a system. So by doing things like this, we're raising the level of professionalism. Okay, so people also don't care about what you know unless they know how much you care. So when you come across as somebody who's willing to help someone else without you, without them joining your company, it's like, what? Who is this person? Why are they being so nice? Why are they still helping me? This is confusing me. Why am I being shown this grace? You know, in our world, so often it's, you know, trade this for that. And if you lead with value and giving things away for free and giving your information and resources and tools and things and tips that are going to help people, well, why wouldn't they want to work with you? Right? So that's the whole premise of you know, sharing value and sharing My Lead System Pro and being a servant leader. Okay. And by the way, every time somebody does sign up for My Lead System Pro, you earn $100 per member per month. So it's a pretty decent side income while you're prospecting. So that's why, you know, I like it. It's just the #1 online marketing training and lead generation tool. Again, if you want some info on that, it's just rongiluk.com/mastery. And I won't talk about this much longer, but it's basically a pretty badass tool that is designed to help you create leads for your MLM, provide you with multiple streams of income for your prospects, your leads, people who say no. And by the way, your entire team can duplicate using this tool. A lot of people in my team have become great marketers and produce using this as well. So enough of that. We're going to jump into status updates. So this is actually pretty darn cool. This is like, by the way, you can do this tonight. All right. So this status update on the top, this is what I'd like you to do. Just type into your Facebook. If you're new, if you've started a business within, I don't know, the past 6 months, okay, just put in this Facebook status right now. I'll give you permission to go to Facebook and just type in, just started a new business. Pretty cool. I can almost guarantee you that you're going to have likes and comments and people saying stuff, okay, with all of these. Okay, I can't believe this is happening to me. I'm so excited. So thankful for this new project. Big plans. All right, with all these things, it invokes a lot of curiosity. People are going to want to know what you're doing, what you're up to, all that kind of stuff. So the key here is to not answer anybody in the little comments thread, not answer anybody under your status thing, any under their comments. Don't respond to any of them on your profile on the page. What you're going to do is private message people and start your conversation that way, the same way that we just went over. It's like, hey, you know, saw you commented on my status update. What's up? How you doing, man? How's it been? I haven't talked to you in XYZ amount of time. Yeah. So those are great status updates. A good status update for your business really invokes curiosity. You want to create people coming to you. You know, you want them to be curious. You don't want them to know. I don't blatantly tell people what businesses I'm in out on Facebook. If I'm doing like a training or something, I'll do that, but that's like my job is I'm a coach, so I'll post that on my thing. But for network marketing, I find that when I create curiosity rather than like, hey, check out my grapey grape here, it comes in 4 different bottles, you know, that's a lot more effective than posting your grapey grape or juicy juice out there or anything. And I'm not picking on drinks. I'm actually drinking a network marketing thing right now, just so you know. So not hating on that, any of that kind of stuff. So here's what not to do. Show pictures of money, flash checks, lean up against cars that you don't own and take cool pictures of them. Go to the bank and get stacks of single-dollar bills and slap 100 on the outside of it. All this stupid stuff, these get-rich-quick things, these, you know, ground floor opportunity, join XYZ company now. You know, our vitamins are made from, you know, the mountains of the Himalayas, and eagles fly down and bring the supplements to the scientists, and that's how we make them. That's how good our product is. And nobody cares. Sorry, but nobody cares, man. That's just not what to do. You want to just speak to people like people, not, you know, share ground floor business opportunity, because when I come on Facebook, that's not what I'm looking for. You know, I'm just looking to see what my friends are up to, maybe post some ads because I'm a marketer and whatnot, and talk to some people, not any of that stuff. So have you ever had this problem? Where do I find more people to talk to? So again, we touched on this a little bit, but the key is to be a community person in these groups, in fan pages, in other social networks where there's little hubs. Be a community person. Like if you were online before in the past and you used to do like forums or those kind of things, like when I was like 18, I used to go on this real estate forum and I was pretty active in that, like answering questions, asking questions. It was fun. But you do the same kind of stuff in groups now. You know, and you'll find other people who are frequently doing that as well. Just excuse me here for 1 second. Appreciate you, Jack, keeping me updated over there. Oops, there we go. So where did all the people go? All these groups like Robert Kiyosaki, Jim Rohn, Network Marketing Pro, any network marketing group, these are cool. This is something that my buddy Aaron, I think he started, 5K friends groups. If you type in 5K friends into Facebook, you're going to find a ton of network marketers, affiliate marketers, all in these groups. And what do they want to do is they want to connect with people. They want to meet people to sponsor. They want all that kind of stuff. So you can either find somebody who you can help and transition them into your company, or you can offer a tool like My Lead System Pro or another resource that will help them. And it's a mutual like win-win. So those are some great fishing things for you. So this is some other questions. And you know what? I might pull out my buddy Jack here in a moment to see if he wants to take any of these. But so this is what I do with people. I say, hey, what's up? Saw you're in, you know, the Super Caveman Alliance Society group. I don't know. You seem cool, or you seem whatever genuinely caught your interest about that person is what you should write about and what you should share. So these are some like rapport building questions that you can ask people that is going to help you out with your recruiting, with your sponsoring, um, that kind of thing. And real quick, are you guys stuck on a certain slide? Any of that kind of thing? Yeah. Let me see here. Sorry about that. I'm not the most technical person, but I can use Facebook pretty darn good. Screen share. Cool. Okay, you should be seeing my screen again. I apologize for that. So, and where were we? We were at some rapport building questions. What got you interested? What do you do? Oh, what does that entail? How long have you been doing that? What did you do before that? How are you being affected by what's happening in the economy? Do you like what you're doing? Have you ever thought about doing anything else? Are you familiar with network marketing? What experience did you have? Why do you think you weren't successful? Well, boom, would you be open to looking at another company that didn't have those obstacles? Does that last question sound familiar? This is like, those are your money maker. Those are your transition questions at the end there, number 12. Would you be open to looking at another company that didn't have those same obstacles? So this is real streamlined kind of thing, but you get the point. The point is you want to connect with people. Okay. So transition to invite. When you find out what is important to people, like remember we were talking about people have two perceived pains, networkers and regular people. So, if someone's stress point is, saving up money for college for their kids, it's like, hey, I'm pretty positive. I know a way that I can help you with making some extra money for your kid's college. They're like, really? No, what is it? Oh, do you got like 10 minutes? Can I give you a phone call? Can I give you a shout? You got 10 minutes? And then boom, I'm doing my thing to whatever it is that you say, however it is that you invite, or get them to watch a presentation. I'm not going to do that today because I'm just focusing more on Facebook. We'll do another webinar on prospecting and recruiting. Even though we're doing a lot of that, I'm saying things like, would you be open to looking at something new that doesn't have those same obstacles? Would you be open to a side project if it didn't interfere with your job in church, or whatever it is that is important to them, that kind of stuff. So notice how I'm saying the word open instead of interested. Okay. Nobody's interested, but everybody's open. You don't want to say closed. Like, no, I'm open. I'm not closed. I'm open. Everybody's open, but nobody is interested, if you catch what I'm saying here. Okay. So use the word open as opposed to interested. Some closing questions. I love that graphic. Coffee is for closers, you Glenn Gary and Glenn Ross fans there. Okay. So did you watch the video? And I prefer to do this on the phone. If you've done a good job connecting and building rapport, and you do a little bit of that once you hop on the phone, this is going to go real smooth. And my phone conversations usually don't go more than like 10 minutes at the most. If it's taken more than 10 minutes, I've done something wrong, or the person needs more research, or I'm doing a takeaway close. Okay. So closing questions. What did you like best? This is awesome. What did you like best? If somebody talks for like 4 or 5 minutes on what do they like, just bump to the last question and goes, sounds like you're ready to get started. Right. And I just tell them, sounds like you're ready to get started. It's not so much of a question. It's more of a declaration, but I just transition right into that if they're super, super positive. But also I'll say, what did you like best? If they're talking about the money, or they're talking about the product, I'm going to focus on that. So do you see an opportunity for yourself here? Can you see yourself making money with this company? Can you see yourself getting better skin using this cream? Like whatever your product is, tailor it to them and what they like. Okay. So do you think this can help you with your skin? Yeah. Do you think this can help you with losing 40 pounds? You know, whatever their weight goal is. If you're in like Beachbody or weight loss company, something like that. And if they respond yes, you want them saying yes, right? You see an opportunity for yourself here. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Do you think this can help you with your weight loss goals? Yes, sure. Well, sounds like you're ready to get started. Yeah, you know what? I think I am. And they say it exactly like that all the time. Yeah, I think I am. And you're gonna laugh when you hear that now, because you'll remember me going, yeah, I think I am. And they're gonna say it just like that too. Watch. So how do you duplicate this? How do you get your team trained? Right. So the key to any duplication is not spending a crazy, insane amount of time with everyone, because that's not time freedom. And that's one of the things we're going after. You want to point, guide, and direct to tools, training, and resources. Your people who are big producers, I'm talking who are putting, at least 10, 15 people in a month. Those who I really focus on. Those are the people that I spend my time with. If you've proven you can recruit at all, you can produce at all, I'm gonna pour water on that plant. I'm gonna pour water on that seed and get you to grow, right? I want you freaking oak tree status, right? So that's what you want to spend your time with, is the producers. Remember, we were talking about sifting and sorting. The 70% will say no, 30% join, 20 of those people, 20 out of 30 will quit, 10% stay in the business and build it and run with. Those are who you focus on. Okay. So you can duplicate this. I have a really in-depth training with some like examples, that kind of stuff. You just type in, Ron Gielak or how to recruit for network marketing using Facebook. You're going to see a ton of my other trainings that come up, and great resources for you if you're going to be doing this strategy. And then, of course, lead by example. I've so many of my people that I do coaching calls with and things are like, how do I get my team to duplicate? How do I motivate my team? How can I get more out of it? Oftentimes it's like trying to squeeze a lemon that's already squeezed dry. So, but if you can lead by example, you can go start producing, especially if you're in a binary compensation plan. The people underneath you are going to see that action, that production, and be like, whoa, what's Frank doing right now? Holy crap, Clive's really tearing it up. And they'll reach out to you and ask you what you're doing. And then what do? You point, guide, and direct to the tools, system, and training. You point, guide, and direct to training videos like this, or webinars that you're on, or YouTube videos that I've made that's training you guys on this kind of stuff. You lead by example. You produce, and your team is going to come to you. I've seen it so many times. So many times. It's happened in every company I've been. I find also in the past, when I've taken my foot off the gas, my team's taken their foot off on the gas as well. If you have not developed really strong, self-sustaining leaders yet, that has been a tendency I've seen frequently as well. But if you're at the point where your leaders are off and running and they don't need you, you've done enough watering and they're an oak tree, so to speak, you're good. Okay. So time frame and mindset with this, and we're just wrapping up here, but what's in it for them? What's in it for the person that you're talking to? Can you truly help them? Or are you just looking to make a buck? Okay. That's the attitude that you need to have, is that what you have is so valuable, can truly help someone, can change their lives. That's what you need to carry. That's the energy you need to have. Okay. And you're going to be a lot more receptive, a lot more patient, and do a lot better in this thing. So your time frame, your timeline, what I'd like you to do is, starting from tonight or tomorrow, right? Preferably tonight, you still got time. You saw me do like 4 or 5 in a few minutes, is make 5 new connections a day. I want you to just do this for 30 days. This is your challenge. This is your homework. 30 days of consistency where you're making 5 new connections, 5 new contacts a day, 5 conversations a day. You can even talk with old contacts, but they can't all 5 of them can't all be old. Okay. You want to have 5 conversations going that you didn't have going the day before, right? If you do this for 30 days of consistency, around day 30 is when you're going to start seeing monster results. You should start recruiting a minimum of 1 person a week by just around day 30, because like this and anything else, it takes it is a process, there is a learning curve, and it takes consistency with any kind of marketing or any kind of business building activity that you're doing for it to work. So many people like try a system or try a tactic, and they get rejected by 2 people and say, oh, it doesn't work, I'm not gonna do it anymore, boo 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 boo. Right? That's not what this is. This is how you build your business, right? How many people go to a car dealership and don't buy a car? Not everybody goes in and walks out with a car. It's the same thing like with this. Or here's a better example. Not every time you throw your fishing line out in the lake, you catch a fish. In fact, like what, 9 out of 10 times, probably even more, you don't catch a fish when you're reeling back in. Unless you got better numbers than that, then you need to take me fishing, okay? Because I love fishing and don't get to do enough of it. So can you do this for 90 days? I dare you. I bet you'd be really surprised by your results, all right? So what you learned tonight is how to sponsor 5 to 8 people a month on Facebook, exactly how I do it, status updates to invoke curiosity, where to find people, right? The groups, the search bar, the live webinars, live events, all those kind of things. What to say to people to start conversations. You learn what to say to build rapport. You learn what to say to close people, and how to duplicate this in your team by pointing, guiding, directing them to resources and trainings just like this. We also gave you a time frame and a whole lot of mindset. I really hope that planted and made a difference in your life, the mindset part, time frame, and what this means to you tonight. So lastly, what I have for you again is my coaching program is just opening up here. We're going to be launching here at the end of the month here. So this is the first time I'm bringing it public. So for those of you on the web on the webinar, I'm going to be doing something pretty awesome with you, different than the generic public, right? So what you can do if you want to get more information on being part of a group coaching program, which is more, this is not like, okay, here's a book, here's a system, go through it, and then we're going to talk about it. No. This is me personally coaching you every single week. Okay, every single week in a group, we're getting on a webinar thing like this, and you're talking with other people. You're getting information on what's working for them, what's not working for them. We're going over prospecting, recruiting, and more importantly, I'm teaching you a biblical-based mindset. Okay, if Jesus was a network marketer, how would he build his business? That's what I do. That's what I teach, and that's what you're going to be learning. If you want to catch our next live training, I'm going to be doing this again next week, Thursday. So you can go to rongielock.com/live training and register there for the next one. And if you want to get information about coaching, you can go to rongielock.com/work with Ron. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Q&A. All right. What we'll do here, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat here, and I'll do my best here to answer them for you. Yeah, you know what? My chat seems to be being a little fishy, but I cannot see it. So, 1 second. Or you know what we'll do? Because I'm not the best at this part. What we'll do is I have a group on Facebook. It's called the Ron Gielock MLM Mastermind Group. And if you like, what I'll do is you can go ahead and join this group, post your questions in that group, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So sorry about this chat thing. I might have to have an MC with us next time to help me out with this. So I want to thank you guys so much for being here on this this webinar and this training. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. Again, if you're looking for a coach, you go to rongielock.com /work with Ron. And to catch our next live training on this, it's rongielock.com /live training. And let me peek and see if we have any questions in here real quick. Thank you guys for your patience. Appreciate it. On a great group. All right, so I'll get to the questions later in that group. It's free to join the group. You know, I'm not anything weird like that. So go ahead and join. I'll be happy to answer your questions later. Thank you so much for being here, and God bless. I'll see you next week, and you be awesome.